Thank you. I just have a brief comment that very much like my colleague from Wisconsin, that I want to make note today that the good part of this, no matter how we vote, is to hear people in this room speaking out against discrimination, racism, and making a commitment that we're going to fight to do that as Democrats and Republicans, or maybe better yet, regardless if we're Democrats or Republican. So I do want to make sure that I am on record of that, because if we're going to look at car dealers and have our opinions on both sides of the aisle, let's remember this when we're talking about children starving and we're talking about SNAP. Let's remember this when we're talking about the discrimination on voting rights act. Since we've mixed this with all kinds of attacks on things, let's talk about the Voting Rights Act. And let's talk about the discrimination that was there. Let's talk about the Confederate flag. Let's talk about the children who are starving. So I just wanted to enter it in the record that today we're making history, that in this room, Republicans and Democrats are standing together against racism and discrimination. I'd like to also yield the balance of my time to my colleague, Congressman Green.
I thank the gentlelady, and I associate myself with her comments. I greatly appreciate her work in the Congress of the United States of America. With reference to the CFPB and allegations of discrimination, I support having any entity, including the CFPB, carefully examined, and I want to make sure that we eliminate invidious discrimination in the CFPB and anywhere else. What I'm not hearing enough from is the anywhere else part. I don't think that we have given the kind of scrutiny to banks that we give to the CFPB. And I don't think we have given the type of scrutiny necessary to mortgage origination that we give to the CFPB. I think that the CFPB can be investigated and examined and still do a good job. Because I believe that police departments wherein you have some people who perform illegal activities can still police communities. I've never called for the elimination of a police department. I have called for those who are abusive, those who commit crimes, who happen to wear the badge, who are sworn to protect and defend. I have called for their proper prosecution. And I still do. But I want the police to stay on the beat. I want the police in my community. I want police to understand that I'm not opposed to all police officers. I am opposed to those who shoot people in the back while they're running. I am opposed to those who throw down young girls and put their knees in the backs of women unnecessarily. So I would suggest this, that we allow the CFPB to do its job because it's the cop on the beat. That's what it was designed to be and do. Let's let it do its job just as we will allow police departments to do their jobs. And if we allow it to do its job, I think we'll make some strides toward eliminating invidious discrimination. And finally, this. I am proud of my country. I love my country. Nobody says the Pledge of Allegiance louder than I do. But I believe in what it says, liberty and justice for all. That includes poor people, Asians, African Americans, Latinos, who are discriminated against when they're getting these loans. Not by all dealerships, but those that do it should not be allowed to do so. I yield back.
Time of the gentlelady has expired.